Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam rahmatullah wa barakatuh. All right, so this is just part two of where I left off. So again, I left off on the Vienna Convention on the law of treaties, and just letting us know, in order a treaty means an international agreement between that agreement concluded between states in written form and governed by international law, whether embodying a single instrument or in two or more related instruments, and whether its particular designation. B. Ratification, acceptance, approval, and accession means that in each case the international act, so named whereby a state established on an international plane is consent to be bound by a treaty. So we already ratified, accepted, approval, and accession on within our government. So C. Full powers. Full powers, that means we have the authority to do. Full powers mean a document emanating from the competent authority, which is a constitution, of the state designating a person or persons to represent the state. All that's outlined in the Constitution for negotiating, adopting, or authenticating the text of a treaty, for expressing the consent of a state to be bound by a treaty, or for accomplishing any other acts with respect to the treaty. So we already have done all this stuff at the top A, B, and C of the Vienna Convention of 1969. This here is the Montevideo Convention on the Rights and Duties of States. And right here, Article 1. A state as a person of international law should possess the following qualifications. A permanent population. B, a defined territory. C, a government. And D, capacity to enter into relationship with other states. Right here. This is 3. This is a good one. 3. I've been reading this one for a long time. We could have been, you know what I'm saying? But the political existence of a state is independent of recognition by other states. I repeat it again. The political existence of a state is independent of recognition by other states. Even before recognition, the state has the right to defend its integrity and independence, to provide for its conservation and prosperity, and consequently to organize itself as it sees fit, to legislate, use our pen, use the law, use the government, use the rules of international law upon its interests, administer its services, and define the jurisdiction and competence of its courts. The exercise of these rights has no other limitations than the exercise of the rights of other states, according to international law. States are judicially equal. Let me say that again. States are judicially equal, right? No one's above the law. So everyone's supposed to be following the law, right? Enjoy the same rights and have the equal capacity in exercising the rights of each one to do not depend upon the powers which it possesses to assure its exercises, but upon its simple fact of existing as a person under international law. And then going back to this one, just doing a quick recap, because I got, a lot more time, on this video. So, Declaration of the Granting of Independent Colonial Countries and Peoples, right? And this is what we present to them. 4 and 5, right? All armed actions or repressive measures of all kinds against dependent peoples shall cease in order them to enable to exercise peacefully and freely their right to complete independence and integrity of their national territory shall be respected. 5. Immediate steps shall be taken in trust and non-self-governing territories or all other territories which have not obtained independence to transfer all powers to the peoples of those territories without any conditions or reservations in accordance with their freely expressed will, which we know as a constitution, and desire, without any distinction as to race, creed, or color, in order for them to enable them to enjoy complete independence and freedom. This here is the Moroccan Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1786. And we'll go down here to Article 22. If an American citizen shall die in our country and no will shall appear So we know treaties are in like manner. So we'll say, if a Moor shall die in our country and no will shall appear, the council shall take possession of his effects, and if there be no council, the effects shall be deposited in the hands of some person worthy of trust. The other person worthy of trust is the other party on the contract, until the party shall appear who has the right to demand them. So once we come back with our pen back to life and create government, we can be able to properly demand them through the contracts and treaties that have been set forth. But interruptions, it says, but if the heir of the person deceased be present, the property shall be delivered to him without interruption. And if a will shall appear, we know the will means the constitution shall appear, the property shall be descended agreeable to that constitution, i.e., will or contract, as soon as the council shall declare the validity thereof. And council is, we know that's council court. So right there, they're already telling us the steps to get back, into where we want to, which is government. You're governing. Your power is in being diplomatic and governing. So again, this is another side of the non-self-governing territories. As you can see, what's highlighted in white, that's the non-governing territory. And again, the United Nations Charter, members of the United Nations Charters have or assumed responsibilities for administrating of the territories whose peoples who have not yet obtained full measures of self-government recognize the principles that the interests of the inhabitants of these territories are paramount, and accept as a sacred trust the obligation to promote to the utmost within the system of international peace and security established by the present charter the well-being of the inhabitants of these territories. And then it goes down, further in more steps. So they're supposed to be helping us. You know what I'm saying? So this Article 73 of the United Nations, and yes, the United States is a member of the United Nations. So everything they're there. I mean, everything is there. We just have to just present everything the correct way. So we're halfway there. So that's all I have, Brother James. Any other questions I can, follow up, but I think I covered, the bulk of what I wanted to, talk about. But anything else, just let me know. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Why be less when you could be more? Why be de facto when you could be de jure? Islamos, don't forget to see key, inshallah. I mean, Allah.